All right, I think we can get started.
Great.
Welcome, everyone. I see a lot of people I know and a lot of people I don't know. So I am JB Cohen. Welcome to our presentation of Castless. I'm really excited for you guys to see this. We've taken a lot of feedback from casting directors as we've built this, and I think you guys are really going to like it. If you guys have any questions along the way at any point, just throw your question into the Q&A below, the little Q&A box in the Zoom, and one of our producers will feed us the questions at the end, and we will go through them. Now I'd like to introduce our founder, Susan Fox, and she's going to walk you through Castless.
Thanks, JB. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Gracias por estar aquí y darnos su tiempo. I'm Susan Fox, and I'm founder and CEO of Casting Workbook. And together with my passionate team, we share a singular goal, and that is to be of service to you, casting directors, talent agents, managers, and talent. And we do that by providing a consolidated, integrated technology platform, a best of service concierge service for you. And we also have the best price for talent in the world. So today I'm here to share the highly anticipated Castless. And today Casting Workbook will transform the way you create and use Castless and share them. And today, you know, it's been over a year. It's a day I've been waiting for a long time. Every once in a while, you get an opportunity to have a game-changing piece of software come along, and it transforms the way we work and the way you work. And Casting Workbook has been really fortunate to be able to be a part of like a dozen of these. And what's unique about Casting Workbook and the way we do that is we look at what you're using, we look at what you love and what you use every day, and we try to bring that into our ecosystem so that it creates exponential value and experience for you. For example, in 2010, you had PDF scripts. So what we did was we wrote mathematical algorithms to bring that PDF script into Casting Workbook in 10 seconds. You could write a draft, a breakdown. You could pull sides, look at every line, role, scene, character description for that, and then move it from not just from inside what you're looking at, but to the agents, to their actors, and through the whole system so that the actor could pull up those sides on their phone. And all of that was generated from that 10-second pull. So that was one. Then fast forward 2020, everybody's using Zoom and not super happy with some of the features. And so what we did was we went to Zoom and we fully integrated Zoom into our platform. So the way we did that was, I think some of you may or may not know that we provide computers and cameras for the casting, and your camera, when you were in the room, would capture that actor coming in. What we did was we transformed the back end so that Zoom became your camera. And now you can bring in actors from all over the world. And the best part is that you can now manage, edit, preview those clips before the actor leaves the room and upload and manage that. And that all goes into our back end, into the whole ecosystem, and into this new product we're going to show you in a minute, which is pretty exciting because it all kind of talks to each other. And that was Zoom. So today we're going to talk to you about IMDb and the integration of that, another beloved product by all of you, many of you that use that for pulling your lists. So what I'm going to do is go into that now. I'm going to go over and show you a demo. So I'll do three things. I'll show you the demo. Then we're going to do a question and answer. As JB alluded to, there's a Q&A button below. And then after that, we'll show you how you can get Castless today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into screen share mode, and this will, hold on just a minute. So let's go here and sharing everything. There we go. When you are using cast lists, you will need to use the Chrome browser. So you'll download it. It takes a couple of seconds. And the other thing that you'll have to do to use this properly is to go to this link and install an extension. It's a Chrome extension. Again, it takes about, a few seconds to do that. And once you do that, now you have cast lists ready to go. Before I show this, I want to say one quick thing. Casting lists is not new. It's not something that we have just invented. And a lot of you use different programs and ways of managing them. But I think what's different today is how we integrate it. And that's what makes it exciting. And that's what makes the experience exponential for you. Okay, so to get started, I'm showing you this. Let me see if I can move that out of your way. Closing that off. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'll go in and I'll show you a couple that we already made. So this one is called The Offer. This is an actual television show. And what I thought I would do is show you what that looks like. This is actually the final cast. And so what I did was we just kind of created every role and the actor that was actually cast in it. And that's kind of a neat thing to show you. Now, let me go back and I'll show you. We also have one called the October Project. And this is another way. Another way to look at this is I have a folder tree and I'm going to come in and show you just one role that has 16 actors in it for ideas. And this is them. Let's close that off. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like when you've built one. For example, Jonathan Bailey, they have their actor details. You can put in ethnicities and other multiples if you wanted. For example, we're not going to put that one in. And then you can go through their materials and it pulls this information for you. And the other thing is you have all of the different, you can put in all of their different contacts and you can decide to delete ones that are redundant, or you can just select the ones that you want to share for this particular list. Let's leave anonymous content. The other thing is you can move these around if you have more than one. You also have what's called their known fors, and you can add one very easily just by quickly putting in a title. And they have something called links. And this is kind of fun because links, it pulls automatically their IMDb link and any other official links. But let me just show you something interesting. I can add a link. Now I have a clip from Jonathan Bailey. I'm going to copy that and come back over. And you can add a link in just a couple of seconds. And let's call this, I don't know what this is. This is an audition. This is actually him singing. And this is the link. And I'm going to save it. And that link now is here on singing, and you can move that around. And to show you that, you can play it. And there it is. So it's absolutely instant. And you're adding links. Now, these links could be from anything, anywhere. It could even be audition links that you have from other outside sources. The really cool part, and this is where it gets really interesting, and this is where our team is really building stuff out, is in the media tab, which it says it's coming shortly. This media tab, you can add media, but if you've shot any self-tapes or in-room or virtual sessions, it's automatically going to pull for that actor, and you'll be able to go to those links. And let's say these are the audition links that you've collected on Jonathan Bailey forever, and you can manage those and again turn those on or off. Okay, so private notes, you have the ability to add a private note. That means this never shows up. So we're going to type that. And this is only for you. But you can also put a shared note. And that note, you have the ability to pull on or off as well. So that's kind of what it looks like. And you can see that I have all of these actors, and you have the ability to go through and tailor this. So let me show you one other thing. You can come in and let's say you have an actor that isn't in Casting Workbook or it's not on IMDb. You can add a new actor by just going new blank actor, card, and click on this. And I'm going to, let's say this is a model and he's not in there, and upload it and give him Joe Smith and put in Peter and ideas. And now he's in your cast list, and you can add all kinds of things like representation, etc., and you can move him around. And then once you've done that, so we've added some links, we've shown you how the back end is going to marry into your cast list with all of your media or anything that you want to put in. And you now can go in and preview this. So previewing, you have the ability to pull one or more roles and one or more what we call sections. This is ideas, but it could be availability, scene by director, and then you can decide what you want to put in. We're going to put in height, note, contacts, links, known for, and age. Let's put that in. And that's your list. And it's done just instantly. And this now can be shared in a couple of different ways. You can go back and revise it if you find there's something in here you don't want. You can see we have the shared note and we have singing. And when I'm ready to export the list, I click export and I can call this my Peter ideas. And let's call this my second one. And I'm going to save that. And just like Dropbox, you can turn on share access and copy a link and share that link. Or you can go in and save it as a PDF as a lot of you have done in the past with other ways. So this is really how it looks. And when I come back to my cast list and I look at this, you can see that on my, where were we? We were the October project for Peter. Let me go back. You can see that I have 3 lists. And this one is Peter Ideas 2. And I can go back again and I can pull that at any time and see what I've got. And of course, I can turn on and off a dynamic link if I want to share it that way. So that's really what it looks like when it's pre-cooked. Why don't we go back and show you what it's like to create one? Let's make one. So let's create a project and we're going to call it, let's see. There's a lot of stuff in here. By the way, there's stuff in here that is for the future. My team is in the process right now of building out a lot of really cool things that you don't really need right now. Internal, external could be you're casting in Los Angeles and your external team is in New York. It could be a studio with internal and external casting directors. So all we're going to do now is we're going to call this Untitled CSA. How about that? And you can decide if it's video or audio, but for now you don't need any of that, just a project title, a role, let's call this Sam, and a status. Now the status can be any number of things. These are ones that have been typed in here before. You could just call this ideas. And you could have more than one. So we could call it ideas. You could add another status. You could add another role. Let's just do one. Let me get this out of the way because it's blocking. And I'm going to create that project. And now that project's made, and I'll just quickly show you, it's over here. There I have Untitled CSA Sam Ideas, done. Now, when we say search locally, that's your master cast, that's everything you've ever shot on the actors. You can go through your master cast, but you can just go straight over to IMDb or IMDb Pro, and you can type in an actor. So let's go add, let's say Timothy Chalamet. And we're going to add him to the CSA project. Now, this is once you've added that extension, you'll see that this little button comes up. When you click it, this is your connection to everything you're doing on Casting Workbook. Let's go to Untitled CSA, Role of Sam, Ideas, Add. And that just added Timothy instantly. Now let's go back and we'll add somebody else. So let's go in and we'll put in, I don't know, McKenna Grace. And what's interesting you'll see is this will pop up, and this is happening very quickly. You can now save McKenna, and it automatically remembers the last project, role, and ideas that you had, and we're going to add her. And now that's done. And it's that simple. Now, if you type a name in here and you're in theater and the actor doesn't exist, you'll actually get a button to say add the new actor. So you can do that from here as well. And it's adding them backwards. So let's go back to our list. And there are 2 actors, ideas for Sam. And you can see that all of his information and contacts are here. And you can choose which ones you want on or off, what he's known for. It pulls the links. And then again, you've got your media and your private notes. And that's how easy it is. Again, we can add any actors that we want that are on or off. this, and it's just super simple and elegant. One thing I didn't mention is in your breakdowns, and this is another thing we're just in the process of connecting, is that you'll be able to take an actor that's submitted for a breakdown and throw them onto a list. Or when you're in your media, it will automatically show up and it'll just be pulled in there. Or if you have links on another service or somewhere else, you can always throw a link in here. And all of that is shareable. And when I come back to my cast list, you can do really cool things. Like if I want to go to the October project, you can just quickly type it in and hit send, and it'll just really quickly bring this up. And now you can pull all of your projects into cast list. So there's everything, or it's one or all. And then you're always having this information. So that's basically it. Let me just put my camera back on and go stop sharing. So I'm wondering if we have questions. I see the QA section growing. I'd like to invite Emily, our producer, to come on board and talk to us about questions.
Hey, Susan. Yes, we do have some questions.
Great.
So, one question. Does it cost me as the casting director, does it cost me anything?
No, it's absolutely free. All of our products for casting directors are free, of course, and agents. No, nothing. It's super easy.
Do I need IMDb Pro or IMDb Pro in order to use Castless?
Great question. No, you don't. You can use IMDb, but of course, the IMDb Pro, you're going to be able to, just as you do now, you won't have a lot of the content that comes with IMDb Pro. So if you want the things that we just showed you, you're definitely going to want an IMDb Pro account.
And do I have to post a breakdown in order to use Castless?
No, not at all. Casting Workbook has a huge ecosystem. We hope that you will come and try out the whole end-to-end system. It makes it hugely beneficial, but absolutely not. You can have Castless solely and use and play with this. And we're looking forward to you seeing the kind of service that we can provide to you.
Amazing. Okay.
What?
Is there a feature where we can scout new talent, view up and coming at talent, and be able to select qualities like ethnicity, gender, disability, etc.?
Well, first of all, you can do a lot of that through, you can do that through IMDb, or you can do that through Casting Workbook, because we have both systems, and you'll be able to pull, as we said, search locally. So you can actually create lists and do that from IMDb Pro as well, and pull that information over that's relevant, those few people. But no, I mean, you have the best of both worlds.
Once you send a link for a list, can the person you send it to interact in any way? For example, add notes?
No, we hadn't even thought of that. And here's the thing that's really cool about this. We love hearing stuff like this, because that's not even something that was on our radar, but we know that this is going to evolve. And just to let you know, just as the Zoom platform evolved dramatically, the Smart Script that we did with the Adobe stuff, that evolved over 10 years. This is going to be an always evolving product. And I think that you'll find, if you don't know us, that we are very responsive to your requests. If we can do it quickly, we will. Yeah, Casting Workbook is really a giant ecosystem. But the thing that's different about us is we're not 3 or 4 or 5 different sites or products. We're just one, integrated relational product, which makes it really easy and fast for us to respond. Of course, having a team that's, some of them 20 years plus, really helps. They know your business and they know our business.
Will you be developing an extension so that Castless can be used on other browsers like Firefox or Safari?
That's going to be a challenge, and the answer is yes. It's definitely planned. It's been already thought of.
Can we upload demo reels if they are not on YouTube?
That's a good question. I mean, you can put up any link, that's hosted or sent to you. It could be Vimeo, it could be YouTube, it could be any number of places. There are some tricks to doing that. And if you have questions, our tech team does this stuff in their sleep, and just contact us. We would be happy to show you how and where to manage that stuff. That helps.
Amazing. And I believe the last question that I can see here is, can we use the search function to search for specific demos in our library? For example, Korean female 30s.
There are several ways to do that, and that's a really good question. So the answer is yes. And if it doesn't do exactly what you need, let us know, and we'll find a way to make that happen.
Here. Perfect. And
That's it?
That's it for me.
No more
Back to you.
questions? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. This has been really a long time coming for me, and it was a really fun day to share this with you. So we'd love to get this to you right away. One thing that we're going to do is, as soon as the webinar is over, we're going to send an email within the next today or before tomorrow morning, and you can click that, and if you have an account with Casting Workbook already, we're just going to turn on the cast list link, and away you go. And if you don't, we'll set the account up for you, and then we'll put on cast list, and you'll be able to go in and just play. So again, thank you so much. Thank you for coming out, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.